Ha guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriorstrade have once again shaken the basketball world with a move that nobody saw coming, and the NBA community is stunned. Just when you think the Warriors have settled in with their roster and the season is moving along in a predictable rhythm, they pull off something that leaves everyone talking. This is more than just another transaction or behind-the-scenes adjustment. This is a bombshell. The kind of update that flips the narrative for fans, media, and even rival teams across the league. Tonight, we break down what really happened, how it impacts the Warriors' immediate future, and why the NBA is buzzing with disbelief. Their Warriors have always been a team defined by boldness. From the moment they drafted Stephen Curry and believed in his ability to transform their franchise, to the way they doubled down on their championship identity with Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and later Kevin Durant, they've always been willing to take risks that other teams hesitate to make. Now, with the league in a state of flux, with superstars moving at an unprecedented rate and franchises desperately trying to stack their rosters to compete for a title, Golden State has decided to drop a move that has left fans with their jaws on the floor. The reports coming out initially seemed like just another rumor. There were whispers, social media chatter, and vague sources hinting that something was brewing in the Bay Area. At first, many dismissed it. Warriors fans are used to hearing their team linked with every trade scenario under the sun. But then the bombshell hit. Confirmation rolled in that the Warriors had indeed pulled the trigger on something major. The move wasn't just a small adjustment, wasn't just a minor swap of bench players. It was something that changed the trajectory of their season and possibly the next few years of the franchise. When word spread, the reaction across the NBA landscape was instant and explosive. Media outlets rushed to break down the details. Analysts scrambled to explain the logic, some praising the boldness, while others questioned whether Golden State had gone too far this time. Fans filled social platforms with shock, memes, arguments, and excitement. And around the league, rival executives surely took note, realizing that the Warriors had once again forced themselves back into the center of the NBA conversation. What makes this so dramatic is the timing. Their Warriors are in a critical stretch of their season, balancing the need to win now with the long-term future of the franchise. Stephen Curry, still one of the best players in the league, is not getting younger. The pressure to maximize his remaining prime years has been a constant storyline. Every decision Golden State makes is measured against one question. Does this help Curry win another championship? And clearly, this shocking move is a direct attempt to answer that question with a resounding yes. The ripple effect of the decision is massive. It changes the rotation. It alters the chemistry. And it even reshapes how other teams will game plan against the Warriors. Coaches around the league are now going back to the drawing board, adjusting strategies for when their teams face Golden State. Suddenly, their Warriors look different. They feel different. And depending on your perspective, they might look more dangerous than ever or more vulnerable if things don't click. For fans, the emotional roller coaster has been intense. Many are thrilled, convinced this is the bold gamble that can bring another championship to the Bay. Others are heartbroken, especially if the move involved parting ways with a beloved player or draft pick. That's the thing about bombshell news. It doesn't come without sacrifice. When a franchise takes a swing this big, it means letting go of something or someone that fans had grown attached to. The Warriors know this all too well, but they've never shied away from making those tough calls if it means raising another banner. What's truly fascinating about this situation is how it reopens the conversation about the Warriors' identity. Are they still the dynasty built on the Splash Brothers' brilliance? Are they shifting into a new phase where younger stars like Jonathan Kuminga and Brandon Podski take on bigger roles? Or is this about squeezing every last ounce of championship glory out of the Curry era regardless of what it costs the future? This shocking move is forcing everyone to reconsider those questions, and it adds a whole new layer of intrigue to the season. Players have reacted too, both on and off the record. Some have praised the front office for being aggressive and showing they're still committed to winning at the highest level. Others have expressed surprise, admitting they didn't see this coming. And of course, the biggest name in the conversation, Stephen Curry himself, becomes central to how this story develops. His leadership, his reaction, and his ability to integrate whatever change this move brings will define whether it becomes a masterstroke or a disaster. From the league's perspective, this is also a reminder of the Warriors' power. Even when people start doubting them, even when critics suggest the dynasty window has closed, Golden State refuses to fade quietly. They remain relevant, they remain dangerous, and they remain willing to make the headlines at a moment's notice. The rest of the NBA has to adjust whether they like it or not. Rival fans, of course, are having their own fun with this. Some are mocking the Warriors, claiming desperation. Others are worried, realizing that if this move clicks, Golden State might once again become the team nobody wants to face in the playoffs. That's the beauty of a bombshell updated, divides opinion, sparks debates, and fuels the drama that makes the NBA such an incredible spectacle. Inside the locker room, the dynamics will be fascinating to watch. How do the veterans respond? How do the young players react to suddenly seeing the team shift direction? How does Steve Kerr adjust his coaching, his rotations, his strategy? These are all questions that fans will be watching closely in the coming games and weeks. And knowing the Warriors' history, they'll likely find a way to turn this chaos into opportunity. The move also has broader implications for the Western Conference. The playoff race is tight, and one shift in roster balance can change the entire outlook. Teams like the Nuggets, Lakers, Clippers, and Mavericks are surely paying attention. They know that any version of the Warriors led by Curry and empowered by bold front office decisions cannot be overlooked. Suddenly, the path to the finals feels a little less certain for everyone. One thing is for certain, the Warriors are never boring. Just when you think you can predict their path, they throw a curveball that shakes the league. That's exactly what happened here. And that's why the NBA is stunned. Fans will keep debating, rivals will keep watching, and the Warriors will keep pushing forward with their eyes on the ultimate prize. So, buckle up, because the rest of this season just got a whole lot more interesting. Golden State has reminded everyone that they are not done yet. Not by a long shot. They've made their shocking move. They've stunned the NBA. And now the basketball world waits to see what happens next. That's the power of a true bombshell update. It doesn't just change the game on the court, it changes the entire conversation around the league. And right now, all eyes are back on the Golden State Warriors.